Blessed Keza revolution, we heard that actually Wicknell Chivhayo's in-laws were robbed an amount amounting to 74,000 US dollars, which he had paid as a bride price, or what we call a lobola in Africa. And according to the regime of Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, the individuals who were involved in that robbery were 18 armed robbers were involved in this robbery, which walked away with 74,000, and they were captured. And guess what? They have been sentenced to effectively 950 years combined. What is the meaning of this? Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So 18 armed robbers who stole 74,000 US dollars from Wicknell Chivhayo's in-laws during a late night raid in Marondela in March last year have been jailed a combined 950 years. Yes, 950 years effectively in prison. These are the years that they are going to serve. In simple terms, it is an indirect life sentence. And also Emerson Mnangagwa's judiciary system is trying to show what happens to those who intends to go after Zukananda. And Zukananda is actually a group of pseudo-business personalities in Zimbabwe aimed at pushing the narrow interest, by the way, of the regime of Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. They are a life support to the regime of Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. Most of these individuals, some of them, they are not under sanctions, and they are used as runners for Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa to sell gold in unorthodox the markets. That is why sometimes you see these individuals driven by presidents from some other countries, and people would be thinking, no, they are great. No, it's not greatness. They are dodgy deals that are undertaken. Sometimes the president will opt to drive him with his wife, appearing as a public spectacle or a depiction of humbleness. But behind the scenes, there are many items that are traded, fully loaded in that particular car, or taken away from the plane of Wicknell Chivhayo, like the incident of the Kenyan president driving Wicknell Chivhayo to the plane of Wicknell Chivhayo. That was not an isolated incident. To the public, just deceived and gullible, it would be read as just a gesture of humility from the president of Kenya. But to some of us who sees beyond what we are shown, definitely the Kenyan president would not have undertook such a decision, risking his life, if there was absolutely no prize for that particular gesture. So 950 years for the robbers that robbed the in-laws of Wicknell Chivhayo. Is this constitutional in the first place? That is the mind-boggling question. Really, 950 years just for robbery. Yeah, Zimbabwe is something else. Is this done to all robbers that actually rob people in the country? Are they treated in a similar fashion? It's quite interesting. In simple terms, it is an indirect life sentence. These people will die in prison. There is no human being in this day and age who can live above even 100, 200 years. There is absolutely no human being that have survived that long, later on for 950 years. the judge who actually sentenced this individual was just supposed to say, I'm giving you a life sentence rather than this 900. It's actually ridiculous. In fact, there's a naughty judge. Criminals that really rob Zimbabweans, there is absolutely nothing that is done to them, like Wicknell Chivhayo and Scott Sakupanyas and all these criminals around Mnangagwa. And himself also is a criminal, including also his wife. Nothing is done to these criminals, but more is done to innocent personalities in Zimbabwe. And also this robber, poor robber, robbers who were trying to survive. 70,000, if you divide it by 18, how much each got? It's actually an insignificant money that they got, which cost them the rest of their lives. It is as good as killing them. For that, it's no longer now a correctional justice system of Zimbabwe is no longer correcting criminals, but actually killing. This is killing and destroying these people. They will never they will never be free. 950 years, no one can live. All these Ugandans, including also the generations of these Ugandans, I don't know which generation would be alive by that particular time. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members or the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okay, is signing off. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side of the live broadcast, definitely, as I give you more.